Tara here from Simpleday, and I want to make Monday the best part of your week. If you need help with a custom implementation, my contact details are in the description below. I want to show you today how you can automate the time tracking column in order to time your tasks. As you know, many times you want to know how much time it takes to complete a task. You may need this because you need to bill the clients a certain amount, or you may need it because you want to know how much time each of your employees is spending per task. So Monday has a time tracking column, and you can see here I've added the time tracking column. If you want to add it, you just go to the plus button, you go to the column center, and you add the time tracking column. So one way to do this obviously would be manual. You could just hit start, you could just hit stop, and then you have all the time per task. Now, sometimes, unfortunately, people are not as good as keeping track of the time tracking column and actually using it. So what I want to show you is how you can actually use the status column to automate the starting and the stopping of the time tracking column. So you have to make sure that you have a status column, and then you click on automate over here, and I'm going to click on add new automation. And I can do when status changes to something. So I will say when my status changes to working on it, then, and I'm just going to search for time tracking. I'm going to hit start time tracking, and I have to just choose the time tracking column. I'll hit create automation. So anytime I change my status to working on it, it's going to start the time tracking column. Now I'm going to add a new one to stop it. So when status changes to something, so when my status changes to task on hold, because let's say I'm stopping the task, so then I want to stop time tracking. Okay, so I'm just going to choose my column. And now also I want to add, I'm just going to duplicate this because what I also want to add if you are done. So that should also stop the time tracking column. So now we have these automations. Obviously, if you need more statuses, like if you're waiting for a client, you can add this into it. But whatever statuses you need, you just need to make the automation. So I'm just going to show you an example. So here, on this task, I am going to hit working on it. And now if we scroll to the time tracking column, see it automatically started. I didn't click on that. Now, if we would go back and change it to task on hold, you'll see that it is going to stop. So this is a really easy way if you find that your employees or even yourself are not compliant with using the time tracking column, but it is crucial to keep time. So you can just set up these automations to use the status column to help you manage your time tracking. I hope that this video gave you some tips on how you can automate your time tracking column using Monday.com. If you enjoyed it, please like it below and don't forget to subscribe so that way you can get more tips and tricks on how to become a Monday.com master.